Okay, for today's first question, we will call on Haji Camino from Brigada News.
Good afternoon po, Kongs. So, yun nga po yung nangyaring botohan kagabi sa Senado. Lumabas nga po na archived yung impeachment against the Vice President. Do you think it was reasonable for them na although hindi naman dismissed yung ginamit na term but archived, still may mga nagsasabi po na it is considered dead na po. So para po sa inyo, pag sinabing archived, patay na nga po ba talaga ang impeachment against the Vice President sa Senado?
Maraming salamat. Sa amin pong paniniwala, hindi pa po tapos ang laban. Tayo po ay patuloy pa rin na umaasa na mabibigyan ng due process. Ang hindi lamang po, dahil ang na-deny po ng due process dito ay ang taong bayan. Kaya tayo po ay umaasa na ito po ay pakikinggan tayo, lalong-lalo na po yung motion for reconsideration na amin pong inihain sa Korte Suprema.
Well, when I was watching actually what was being discussed and debated on yesterday, it came not as a surprise para po sa akin, considering the political alignments in the Senate. But it was there was a revelation, no? To some degree disappointing, kung ako tatanungin mo. At the same time, may revelation. Because remember, the motion to archive is actually the product of an amendment to the original motion which was to dismiss. So if you look at the pattern, even previously when they already had the initial discussion about whether or not Senate would continue on with the impeachment proceedings, meron na pong intention really to dismiss the case. So it was, to me, there's some sort of a revelation because they acted it on a very, very swift action. Considering the fact that there is no final judicial conclusion as to whether or not the impeachment proceeding will pursue because there's already the MR filed by our prosecutor. So wala pa talagang dismissal yan. So ako yun ang nakikita ko doon. It was expected, but it also revealed the intention, no? That the impeachment complaints would be probably shelved off, and the clamor for accountability is the victim of these actions that we have seen yesterday at the Senate.
So, sir, since it was already archived, and assuming that the Supreme Court will grant or will reverse its ruling through the motion for reconsideration, do you think the Senate will follow? Or kumbaga, ibubuhayin po ba nila ulit yung impeachment since archived na po siya?
Well, I would hope so. Dahil unang-una, the premise by which the decision of the Senate na to archive yung impeachment complaint is born out from the argument that the Supreme Court has made its unanimous decision on the matter. So if ever, at saka sinabi naman ng mga ibang senador doon na meron mang instances na although unanimous yung decision ng Supreme Court, na-reverse naman din nila. So if there's a chance, for example, if that happens in this particular case, that the Supreme Court would have a reversal of decision from the prior decision that they had made as so far as the impeachment complaint, I would hope that the Senate would also act on it and revive the discussion on the impeachment and convene again as an impeachment court because that's the logic behind their argument. So dapat buhayin nila yan. That's why sinabi ni Kong Joel, Chairman Joel, na hindi pa tapos ang laban kasi may MR pa naman. And they can already go back and then discuss about the impeachment or convene again as an impeachment court should Supreme Court reverse their decision. Pero ang sa akin, ang fear ko dyan is would that also be subject for votation again? Because they have acted on a motion to archive. So naturally, you cannot just simply retrieve it, no, unilaterally. So The issue now is if there's going to be another debate whether to retrieve it or not, given, for example, assuming that Supreme Court will reverse its decision.
Okay. You've mentioned about the votation, sir. Kung titingnan yung numbers last night, pretty obvious na you've mentioned about the political alignments nga po no among the senators. Pero sa tingin po ba ninyo kung sakaling i-reverse nga po yung ruling, buhayin yung impeachment, pinakinggan po yung side po ninyo, nakapag-present po kayo ng mga ebidensya, same pa rin po kaya yung magiging resulta ng botohan since sabi nyo nga po parang may political alignments na. Although, hindi pa naman nagsisimula talaga yung trial proper and it's still, kumbaga, parang preempt pa. Pero, posible ba magbago yung ganong resulta ng pagboto?
Ako, yun lang naman talaga yung inaasam natin, no, ang taong bayan, na marinig yung mga allegations, mapagbigyan ang Vice Presidente ng pagkakataon depensahan ng kanyang sarili. Wala pa ho tayo doon sa merits ng complaints. Ang pinag-uusapan pa dito is yung procedural and technicalities nga eh. That's why, for me, personally, I would say these are all distractions kasi nawawala tayo dun sa real issue which is the clamor for public accountability. Kung na-open na po yan at yung magkabilang panig, andito po yung isa sa ating prosecution team, magkaroon po ng ebidensya, mapresent ang ebidensya. Ako, ang aking paniwala po ay wala namang, no decision really is cast on stones. Anything can change. No? Even the Supreme Court has changed its decision many times over at sinabi naman yun ng ating kagalang-galang na senador. So, ako naniniwala ko if the impeachment court continues on and allow both panels, the defense and the prosecution to present their evidences, their witnesses, there's going to be probably, I hope, and I'm sure of it, that some of these senators who are really limited to only focusing on the technicalities must also see the bigger picture, which is accountability.
Tama po ba yung pagkakaintindi ko? Ang tanong ninyo, kung sakasakaling magbago ang desisyon ng Korte Suprema, kung ganun pa rin ang numero kung ito'y bubuhayin pag magbobotohan?
Opo.
Tingin ko po dapat unanimous. Kasi meron pong 5. Tapos may 19 po na hindi po, na bumoto po na i-archive. Tama po ba? So, dapat po maging unanimous. Kasi po itong 19, ang sinasabi po nila at dinadahilan nila ay yung ruling ng Korte Suprema. So kung magre-reverse po ang Korte Suprema sa kanilang ruling, dahil yun po ang sinasabi nila, adherence to the law, so dapat po lahat sila ay bumoto para buhayin ito.
Last point na lang po. Kung Joel, may clamors po, may mga nagsasabi na kung sakasakaling tuluyan nga pong hindi umusad or mamatay na talaga yung impeachment against the Vice President, ay meron pa naman daw pong other venues such as House hearings. So, you being the chair of the House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, although kailangan nga po ng resolution for inquiries in aid of legislation, but will you pursue the issues kumbaga surrounding the Vice President sa good government and public accountability para lang maituloy kumbaga yung mga hindi na ipe-present sa Senate sa Senate Impeachment Court na dapat ay marinig po ng taong bayan?
Doon po sa articles of impeachment, dalawa lamang po ang nakapaloob po dito na amin pong hinir. Now, when it comes to the issue of confidential fund at saka yung bribery issue, ito po ay nagsumiti na po kami sa plenaryo ng aming recommendation. So, sa ngayon po, wala pa pong pinag-uusapan dahil sa ngayon nasa proseso pa po kami ng pagbubuo ng mga committee at kung sino po ang mga magiging miyembro. So, sa ngayon, wala pa pong pinag-uusapan tungkol po dyan.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Haji. We will take the next questions from Milky Regonan of DZRH.
Good afternoon, Congressman. Sa nominal voting kagabi ng mga senators, instead of explaining their votes, most of them attack the House Speaker. Your comments, please.
Kami po kasi, hindi po kami nagre-resort sa mga ad hominem. So kami po ginagalang po namin ang Senado at ang mga, lalong-lalo na ang Senado bilang isang institusyon. Kaya kami po magtatrabaho lamang po dito sa Kongreso, pero kami po kasi ay ang nire-representa po namin dito ay yung taong bayan, at yung taong bayan po ay natili pong nagtatanong. At tinatanong po ng taong bayan kung nasaan po napunta yung mahigit kalahating bilyong piso na nawawala po. Tinatanong rin po ng taong bayan kung nasaan at kung sino si Mary Grace Piatos. So, ito po, hindi po ito mariresolba sa pamamagitan po ng pag-atake sa aming House Speaker dahil ang issue po dito ay accountability. Ngayon, ang tanong ko po, ano po ba ang iniiwasan at pinoprotektahan nila?
We will not be provoked by anyone to drag this issue to the level of gutter talk. Kami nirerespeto po namin ang aming opisina at institusyon ng aming nire-representa. Kung ibang opisyal po ay hindi ho nila binibigyan ng respeto ang kanilang opisina, that's their prerogative. But we will not allow this discussion, this important discussion, which is the public clamor for accountability, be made as a form of joke or to trivialize it by way of attacking personalities. Hindi ho namin i-allow yon. And I hope our counterpart in the Senate will still maintain the proper decorum and extend parliamentary courtesy. Remember, kayo po, ang taong bayan, alam po nila ito. Since the start of this issue on the impeachment, the allegations of corruption, the acknowledgement receipts, the threatening the lives of the sitting president, the first lady and speaker, wala ho kayong narinig ni isa sa amin na ininsulto ang mga nakaupong huwes, mga upong senador. Never. And we never did that. We will never do that. So we expect the same courtesies from our counterpart to maintain proper decorum. If the issue really is about technicalities, then let's focus on technicalities. If the issue is about accountability, the prosecution team is more than willing to present to the impeachment court their evidences and suggest. So I would hope that those insinuations should be stopped because they're uncalled for, and it will do no good to anyone. It only reflects the character of the one saying it.
You're calling for a proper decorum in the plenary, Congressman. So, meron ba kayong...
And that, we've
Yes.
already did that, we practiced that, we observed that, and for the longest time, we've been saying we will work according to the timeline of the Senate sitting on this impeachment court. We have extended all the respect and the courtesies that I guess our counterpart in the Senate deserves. I also have my personal opinions about each and every one of them, but I will keep that to myself because my office demands that I should act accordingly.
Ang panawagan po ay mula kay Senator Amy Marcos kagabi. So meron ba kayong personal appeal to the senator? Because ang sabi rin niya sa plenary kagabi, nananawagan siya na kung meron daw dapat palitan, it should be the House Speaker. Any message po, Kong Zia and Kong Joel?
First of all, the House decides as a whole. Our decision is based on what the Speaker has delivered. We delivered 100% of the LEDAC priorities. He is inclusive, he listens to all concerns, and he actually inspired us to work harder as representatives. So that is the basis why all of us voted Speaker Martin Romualdez to remain in the speakership in this 20th Congress. As to exactly what would be my personal opinion, sabi ko nga, I have personal opinions on each of these senators, but I keep it to myself. I would just like to borrow her own words, no? To make to Dedma, to make patol is human. To Dedma is divine. So, Dedma na lang kami. Basta ang sa amin, si Speaker Martin Romualdez delivered, and we will still continue to support him and his leadership.
Ang pagpili po ng speaker ay internal po ng House. At ang House po ay nagsalita na by unanimous vote ay pinagbotohan po na manatiling speaker si Speaker Martin. Pero hindi naman po ito ang issue dito. Hindi po si speaker ang issue dito. Ang issue po dito ay accountability. So, sa amin pong paniniwala, ito po siguro dapat muna ang maresolba.
Panghuli na lang po, Kong Zia and Kong Joel, will you consider filing the articles of impeachment in February? Halimbawang hindi po maging maganda yung resulta ng MR sa Supreme Court. At nakita naman ho natin yung takbo kagabi na parang it's not on the merit of the case, but more on the personal attack against the House Speaker.
Kung ano po yung aming susunod na, sa ngayon po nakafocus po muna kami sa aming MR. Kung ano po yung magiging resulta, siguro doon na lamang po namin pag-uusapan kung ano ang aming magiging next move.
If ever, sir, will you consider filing the motion for reconsideration or the articles of impeachment in February, if ever, hindi maganda yung result ng MR sa Supreme Court?
Well, ang sa akin, tama nga po yung sinabi ni Chairman Joel, no? The issue of impeachment is a collective decision of the House. So let's wait until such time I don't know, may warrant, no? So hindi namin pangungunahan kung ano magiging decision po ng kabuuang liderato at kabuuang membership po ng 20th Congress.
Salamat po.
Thank you, Milky. Next is Mela Lismoras from PTV4.
Hi, good afternoon po, Kongs. Follow-up lang po, speaking of somehow attacks. May nabanggit po kasi si SP Cheese Escudero kahapon na slamming yung mga ex-justices na nagkikriticize sa ruling ng SC laban sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Sila raw kasi yung pumigil dati ng impeachment ni retired CJ Davide based on the same grounds. Magkaiba lang yung pangalan ng ini-impeach. Sabi po niya, ang pinag-uusapan, yung mga maestradong nagko-question na retirado na bumoto sila pabor doon, subalit ngayon, tila nag-iba na ng posisyon. Ano ang pinagkaiba? Kung meron man, klaro ang pinagkaiba. Ang pinagkaiba, iba ang pangalan ng nasasakdal. Ano pong masasabi nyo rito? Kumbaga parang ang hina-highlight po, nagbago yung posisyon dahil lang sa pangalan. And ano po ba yung stand nyo dito na may mga nagsasabi nga na dahil si VP Sara yung center of yung impeachment ngayon. Kaya ganun yung stand nila.
Alam po ninyo, hindi lang naman yung mga dating mga mahistrado ang nagsalita eh. Pati yung UP College of Law nagsalita, ang PhilConsa nagsalita. Iba't ibang mga legal luminaries nagsalita na po dito. Kami po, maliwanag naman po kung ano ang nakalagay sa ating saligang batas. Sabi po dito, ang House ang may exclusive power to initiate impeachment complaint. Ang Senado ang may sole power to try and decide. Papasok lamang po ang Korte Suprema kung may issue po ng grave abuse of discretion. Yun lamang po ang nag-iisang issue kung saan papasok po. So, sa amin pong paniniwala, maliwanag po ito at hindi naman po pwedeng masabi na nagkaroon ng grave abuse of discretion dahil ang House po sa pag-initiate po namin dito ng impeachment complaint ay niresolba lamang namin po. Sinunod lamang po namin kung ano po yung mga nakasaad doon po sa dating mga desisyon po ng Supreme Court. So, ito po maliwanag na interpretation, kaya ako po wala po akong nakikita na problema.
And sir, sa ano lang po, may last question na lang po. Sa panig po, since yun nga medyo, kumbaga tagilid nga po itong impeachment sa ngayon, sa panig po ng House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, may mga magiging hakbang po ba yung inyong komite para kahit papaano, hindi man sa paraang impeachment, ay mailatag nyo pa rin yung mga ebidensya, yung mga iba nyo pang nakalap dito nga sa issue kay Vice President Duterte?
Well, kagaya po ng binabanggit ko po kanina, na ngayon po nasa process pa lamang po kami ng pagbubuo ng mga house, ng mga committee membership. So, hindi pa po namin napag-uusapan kung ano po yung mga susunod na hakbang na gagawin po namin.
Thank you, Mela. Next is Tina Panganiban Perez from GMA 7.
Good afternoon po, Kongs. Ang sabi po ng ilang senators, yung articles of impeachment ay pamumulitika lamang, na ito ay anti-Vice President Sara Duterte.
I think we should not look at it in that on that lens. No, it's very clear that the beating heart of the rule of law is to hold public officials accountable to his or her actions. The family name is just accidental. Alam po natin yan, at kailangan po as public officers, we need to make ourselves accountable. No? Huwag ho nating gawin na rason ang isang opisina o isang pamilya o isang influence para takasan po yung accountability na sinasabi. And all of these things na sinasabi nilang pamumulitika, they themselves are the ones using politics as a means to obstruct the real focus of this case, of this discussion, which is holding a particular officer accountable. These are all distractions. So let's focus po, para sa akin, let's focus on the allegations that were presented and evidence that are to be presented by the defense. Dahil I think we deserve, the country and the people deserves to know the truth. Regardless whether ito man ay isang membro na isang political family or not, these are just accidentals. What is important is, number one, to maintain transparency, accountability in every public actions that we do as public officers.
Kung pinayagan lamang po kami ng Senado na mailatag yung mga ebidensya sa impeachment trial at wala po kaming napatunayan, siguro po pwede po nating masabi na ito'y pamumulitika lamang. Pero kung yun po ay pinayagan po nila. Pero hanggang ngayon po, hindi po nila pinapayagan at lahat po ng klase ng taktik ay na-experience po namin. So sa amin pong pananaw, masasabi po natin na ito'y pamumulitika lamang kung nabigyan kami ng pagkakataon, maipaliwanag ito.
Kong Chua, ano na pong next for the prosecution panel? Meron po bang possibility ng oral arguments and are you preparing for that?
Yun po ay sa Solgen at yun po ang hinihingi po namin na sana po mabigyan po ng pagkakataon na magkaroon po ng oral argument para po yung mga question na like error of facts ay maitama po.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tina. Rose Cas from UNTV is now recognized.
Good afternoon po, Kongs. Kahapon po sa explanation ng vote ni SP Escudero dun sa pag-archive po ng articles of impeachment, he said, to the House of Representatives, I say, do not allow yourselves to be used for the blind hatred and ambition of a few who did these things, haphazardly, gravely abused their discretion and violated due process rights under the Constitution as found by the High Court itself. In spite of all this, you expect everyone to roll over in obedience. When we did not, you move hell and high water to destroy personalities, malign reputations, and tarnish institutions. To these people, I say this, the Senate is not your playground to run after your political enemies. We are not an accomplice in any grand scheme. Your reaction po.
First of all, we do not want to make the Senate as our playground to initiate our grand scheme. It is based on what the Constitution obliges us to do. And we follow the rules, what the Constitution has dictated upon us, that to initiate the impeachment is a sole and exclusive power of the House. If there are allegations that warrant an impeachment proceedings, then the Senate should immediately act on it. No, again, during the voting last night in the Senate, there are members in the Senate with different political persuasions, and it's okay to vote on either pro or anti. That's initially what we expect them to do, but to make it as a reason to make it as a reason to trivialize the issue on accountability and the rule of law, that to me is something that tantamounts to public distraction. And the main focus really is about holding a public officer accountable to his or her action. So ang akin pong palagay sa akin, hindi po natin ginagawa ito dahil gusto natin manggulo sa Senado. Ginagawa ho natin ito para maging faithful ho tayo at compliant kung ano po ang sinabi sa Constitution pagdating po sa mga impeachable officers.